Shalom uvracha, greetings and blessings to all of you. This is Rabbi Matt Gewirtz of Congregation B'nai Jeshurun. Hope this all finds you navigating a summer that is healthy and full and getting back to life. You know, the Jewish calendar tells us so much more than just telling us the actual date of a holiday or when Shabbat starts and ends. You think back to what the spring is about. Pesach, of course, the first sprouts, the beginning of spring, the idea that the days are going to get longer and everything is going to bloom around us, a real sense of redemption, of the ability to get ourselves out of anything that might feel like Egypt within us, which leads to Shavuot, which of course are the first fruits, the revelatory nature of Sinai, the blintzes that we all get to indulge in, and even the end of school, and the idea that our kids are going to be free and perhaps our schedules will get better. And then we get into what is supposed to be the free summer, right? The never-ending, only 8 weeks. When I was a kid, I thought it went on forever, but it's only 8 weeks long. And then it gets to be, as they're described in baseball, the dog days of summer, right? The days that you don't stop, it's daily. The heat becomes oppressive. In some senses, we start to experience what we've experienced out west with 130-degree weather, with forest fires that don't seem to subside at all. And on this coast, I'm looking outside of my window here for my study, where there's been nonstop rain. And all of that coincides with what? But with this commemoration that we call Tisha B'Av, named for the 9th day of Av, the 9th day of the month of Av, where we commemorate the destruction of both of our temples. The saddest part of our history back then, of course, only be followed by the events that we know took place, of course, over the years of Jewish oppression. Tisha B'Av, a fast day, another day that we afflict ourselves, a day that we obviously don't eat, and we don't wear tefillin even. We don't wear a talit in the morning because we are at a shiva, we are at a mourning day, and we are looking at what was worst about our history. And in fact, what made it so bad, the history? We're of course taught about our enemy, about the Romans, about being taken down. But if you look at the Talmud says that what actually defeated us was our inner hatred, what's called sinat chinam, a hatred for the sake of itself, argument for the sake of itself, bringing down people's ideas just because we think that we are better than they are, that we know more than they do, that we are somehow more superior than other people. And that is something that we actually commemorate for one reason, for several reasons, but one important reason is that we don't repeat history, that we don't do it again, that we don't bring down our current empire, our current shuls, our current federations, our current nation. I'll leave it at that because I think that message is really clear, just to tell you what it is that we're supposed to do at the end of Tisha B'Av. So interesting. When do we put on our tefillin? Not in the morning, but in the afternoon. When do we put on our talit? Not in the morning, in the afternoon. What do we do in the afternoon? We're supposed to sweep our homes. The Talmud tells us we sweep our homes because who are we expecting? None less than the Messiah. That somehow at the end of this horrible day, when it's scorching outside, when fires are raging, where pools of water continue to rise because of whatever it is that the climate seems to be doing or we're doing to the climate. But there's always the offer. There's always the possibility for we Jews. It's something called tshuva. It's something called redemption. The calendar comes back into being. Tisha B'Av ends, and what do we have? We have 7 haftarot, 7 Shabbatot of consolation, where we start to build up and start to believe that change is possible, that the winds could come and cool the fires. There's something that comes along called Rosh Hashanah, called Yom Kippur, days of repentance, days of reconciliation, days of digging down and being better, days of things cooling down, not just out in the weather outside, but also existentially for who we are. That's the thing about we Jews, is that we've made mistakes, we've fallen like everyone else, but we believe that change is always possible. Dear God, return us to the ways that you created us for, to be better, to be whole, to see other people for who they are, human beings who have struggles just like we do, so that we put on our tefillin and sweep out floors to allow the Messiah in. As my mentor once said, guess what? No one's the Messiah, but you're it. All of us have the possibility of redeeming the world. All of us have the possibility of taking the dark, dank days of Tisha B'Av and turning it somehow through the 7 weeks of consolation to repentance, to return, to everything we know that we believe in. So let us mourn together on this Tisha B'Av that is coming. But let us also find redemption together and repentance together to become the people we were always meant to be. Shalom uvracha, greetings and blessings from our community to all of yours.